Run the bathroom break match, I guess you could say here. It's just kind of filler, but it's there nonetheless. It's Neville against Bo Dallas. We're all going Neville here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Neville.
19 Neville.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily write this one off as a bathroom break. I really like the match they had for the NXT Championship. They had the ladder match, what was it, about a year ago now, right?
Yeah, Neville wrestled that ladder really well.
I like that match.
No, it was actually a fun match, and it was one of the few ladder matches that had psychology, so I'll give them a chance. I'm not shitting on the match.
No, I mean,
I'm more shitting on the build.
It's just very obvious that it's a filler match for Neville until he has something better to do.
Yeah, it's not a bathroom break in the sense that it's like you could just skip it because it's going to suck. But when you look at the card, there's only 2 matches that people would go, I don't really need to see that. Let's go to the bathroom now. And it's this one and the one we're going to talk about next, the Divas one.
It could be a good match. It's just going to be an exhibition, though.
Yeah,
there's no investment that someone's going to have in this match. So unless you're watching it to see, oh, hey, there's Neville doing some flippy flips. You're not going to care as much.
Yeah, they haven't had much of a build as far as storyline goes, but these guys work well together. I'd like to see the match.
It's a Raw match.
Yeah, essentially that's what it is. It's, it's something to get Neville on the card because he's not in the Intercontinental title match. And I think the reason why he's not is the same thing because of Harper and Rowan. He wasn't going to win it. And even though he's lost other things, he lost at the King of the Ring. He lost some matches here and there. I think that WWE purposely kept him out of that. They were like, let's put R-Truth in there. He could be the Los Matadores here. And, there's also less of a risk of him getting injured, because if he was in the Elimination Chamber match, he'd be doing something crazy. And we already have an injury, so we don't need to do that again. Bo Dallas hasn't been doing much lately. He could take a loss. It's, he's Bo Dallas. He doesn't end up accounting too much.
Did he shave that goatee?
Yeah, thankfully.
I thought he looked different this week.
Yeah, he looked less weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what makes the Bo Dallas.
No, that was like overboard.
There's a weird level which he's very good at. That was just uncomfortable weird.
Yeah, there's this is kind of odd. And then there's this is the fuck. I do like Bo Dallas doing this though.
I'm changing my prediction. I'm going to say Bo Dallas picks up the win on this one. They really have no need to have Neville win right now. I think they're going to wait on the big win for Neville. I think, like I said before, they're going to kind of give him the Daniel Bryan treatment, where they're going to have him lose and lose and lose, like they've done with a bunch of guys. So I think this is one that Neville can lose and still come out looking good.
Now, I
agree. I reckon Bray Wyatt's going to come out and screw him.
Screw Neville?
You think Wyatt?
Wyatt is going to screw him, yeah.
Why is that?
Because Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt are related.
Well, they haven't done anything with that yet. So, I'm always really hesitant to think anything will turn like that. That seems kind of more like, I forget who mentioned it before, but somebody mentioned earlier, what if an NXT guy comes up and takes that Intercontinental spot? I think it's wishful thinking.
Like, who would even do it?
It'd be dumb to address that.
The Wyatt thing?
Yeah, they should never do that.
If they would have teased it, I'd believe it, but I think they're trying to distance them far away from each other. They could work together in the future. I mean, like, they're brothers. They're going to do something. But I think it'd be more interesting if he was still Bo Dallas, because it's like, here's the guy who's talking about, I'm going to preach all these, like, pessimistic things, and then here's this guy preaching all these optimistic things. Like, that'd be kind of funny. But you think that they'll start a Neville and Bray Wyatt feud? Is that where this was building up with the Ryback thing?
I'd be down to watch the Neville and Wyatt feud.
Okay, like you said, Bo Dallas wouldn't too. How do you think that he would end up winning?
Cheating, I think. I think he would do something when the ref was distracted, or somehow he would end up cheating and picking up the win.
Neville still has a bad knee.
Hold the tights.
They're still playing that up? I forgot about that.
I mean, there's plenty of ways for Bo to go over on this one, so that's what I'm going to put my money on Bo Dallas.
The reason they're doing an injured knee angle with him is because it'll benefit him a lot. He's not going to bust all these flips out constantly. It adds more of a storytelling element to his game, which I think he needed because he did borderline just being a spot monkey. So I think they're just going to utilize it as just another storytelling tool. It gives reason for Bo Dallas to get any offense, and Neville will just set him up for his finisher and win.
This is just a very simple introductory storyline for Neville. He's there. He had an injury already. This other bad guy comes in, attacks the knee, wrongs him, and the good guy wins in the end of the story, which will be this. So, just a little bit of a kickstart for Neville here.
What I'm curious about is if Neville is not involved in something more important, what are they going to do with Money in the Bank? You guys think that he'll be involved in that? I think it's a little bit too soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was in it.
I think Neville will be in Money in the Bank.
I don't see a reason why not. Because you could lose Money in the Bank and not look bad. You're not getting pinned or anything like that.
Right. And I don't know if they would I'm botching all over the place here tonight. If they would really be willing to sacrifice the idea that he could do something crazy on there. That could be like one of the big spots of the night. So I'm curious about that. I'm really going to be paying attention. Maybe they'll do something where like Neville scores an upset victory and like they do like a qualifying thing. But if they keep it where I think that they might be going this year, then I don't think that he's going to be involved. And that's if they make it only like the main event guys. Maybe Dean Ambrose if he's not getting a title match again. Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, they're going to run out of a couple people, and they might be more willing to have like a 5-man Money in the Bank match instead of like an 8 or a 10. So the more people, more chances for Neville, but I wouldn't put him as a guarantee. That's for sure. So we got Sean and Kalen are going for Bo. Wago and I are going for Neville. Drew, what about you?
I'm going to go with the big guy Neville here. I think he's going to pick up the win.
The big ear.
The big hair. The big cake.
The big sensation.
Ooh, the sensation that's sweeping the nation, as one might say.
And Peyton, are you going with Neville or Bo Dallas?
I'm a little torn. So I'm going to say I'm about like 33% for Bo and 77% for Neville.
110%, huh?
That's how I go.
All right.
77%. Alrighty, guys, leave your comments below, as I mentioned before, and we're going to continue on here in Part 7 with the Divas Championship Triple Threat match.